Hey, my name is Erin Kelly. I'm the CEO and co founder of MemberVault. And today I want to talk about one of my favorite email strategies, which is a click to vote. You can use this in so many different ways in your emails, whether it's testing the idea for a new offer or just getting a pulse on what people are most interested in. So I have been doing this for years and years. And I'm going to show you an example of an email that I sent on Monday and then how I set it up using MemberVault. So in the past, because I have three little kids, very limited time, and I have to make sure that anything that I'm doing has the highest possible impact. When I would set up these click to vote sections in my email, in the past, I would just take a GIF from Giphy.com and have them click through to a GIF, and that totally works. But actually, on Monday, pushed myself to use MemberVault. And so what I did was I set up really quick little pages for people to click through. And it honestly was faster than choosing a GIF because I didn't have to find the perfect GIF that, making sure that it was clear that that's what they were clicking through to. None of that stuff. I was able to just use a page. And then of course, the most important part is that when you have your content ecosystem in MemberVault and you're really looking for the binge and buy experience for your subscribers and your audience, you want to be sending people back to your MemberVault as much as possible. And the cool thing is because I did this on Monday, we saw some sales come through. And we also saw a spike in traffic to our site just because people were clicking through on my click to vote in my emails. And remember, the people that are clicking are your most engaged people who are also most likely to buy because they're really interested in what you're talking about. And so sending them to your MemberVault is a really smart idea versus, sending them to a GIF. And so I actually do have a page template because that will save you so much time, a page template that you can import into your account, your MemberVault account, and then just tweak it slightly. So this was the email that I sent on Monday. And if you scroll down here to the bottom, I asked, want more thoughts and granular, do this and that steps on the above strategies. Which one would you choose? Or do you want all of them? Click to vote can click more than one. So you can totally use this sort of framework for your click to vote. And then I had, please talk more about pre-selling, please talk more about waitlist, or please talk more about both and how to decide which to create. So this, I almost didn't even add this third option, but this was the huge winner. So definitely people are not only wanting to know about these different options, which I talked about in the email, but they want more help determining which one they should go with and how to decide. And so this was a really good option just to kind of keep in mind that giving people the very specific options and then kind of a more broad one. It can be really helpful for you to understand where people's brains are. So when they clicked through, they got this email or this page over in our MemberVault account. Please talk more about pre-selling. And I just left the same GIF here because, saving time, right? High impact. Got it. You want me to talk more about pre-selling. And so the other ones, it says, got it. You want me to talk more about waitlist, and then, got it. You want me to talk about both and how to decide which to create. So on the MemberVault side, let me go ahead and close that. On the MemberVault side, this is inside the back end of our MemberVault in the page feature section. So you go to content and then pages, and then I'm going to show you the page template that I created for you. So the click to vote page template, I'm going to go ahead and open it here. And you can obviously you should change the name to whatever makes sense. I think if you're using this for click to vote, then just make it the topic of whatever it is that they're clicking on. Don't overthink it. And then you can change the URL by just, putting whatever you want inside of there and then clicking outside of it, and it'll update the URL. And then making it invisible, because again, this is a click to vote kind of thing that you're sending to your email subscribers. You don't necessarily really want people stumbling onto it on your website. And then if you want to be able to have people to have conversations about the topic, you can always enable your comments. You can hide your page header and your page breadcrumbs title. And you can certainly do that if you want to, because it'll make the page look a little bit cleaner. Or you can just do what I did and keep it as simple as possible, change the page content, and then add that link into your email. And then you'll be able to see the reports on how many people clicked on each of those links. So to edit this content here in the page, you just click on the pencil icon, and then you can change out the GIF by just clicking on it, and it'll highlight it. And then you can go here and add in a different GIF, or you can change the size if you want it to be a little bit smaller. I think probably a little bit smaller is a good idea because people are accessing it via mobile, but that's not a bad size. And then right here for the template, got it. And then I have here in brackets, add a sentence or two confirming what they clicked on. So you want to make sure that, like in my scenario where I'm like, got it, you want me to talk more about waitlist, because people forget, right? Like click over and instantly their brain has gone blank and they forget exactly what they clicked on. So just reconfirm what they clicked on. And then you can get bonus points from me if you also give them a next step action. So in this case, I don't really have a bunch of content about wait lists and pre-sales. And so down the road, if I was to do this again, and I have that more content, what I would do is I would say, cool, you want me to talk more about wait lists, for example. Right now I already have these 2 really great blog posts or podcast episodes that break down, how to set up a waitlist in MemberVault and some examples of people who have used MemberVault for waitlists, right? So those would be 2 really great things for me to link here so that people they're interested, they clicked on it, they want to hear more about it, and I'm giving them rabbit holes to go down to get more excited about the thing. So, that is a whole content strategy beyond the scope of this video. But that's where you can really, really start creating these flywheels with your content and your content ecosystem inside of MemberVault, where in those blog posts, you're also talking about your paid offers that you have. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be specific to the topic of the thing that they're interested in. Let's say you have a service or a one-on-one intensive that would help them take action on that thing. So it doesn't have to be a course per se. It just has to be something that could help them take the next step forward. So you can mention that in the blog post content where it's like, to use my example, here's how you would set up a wait list instead of MemberVault. And then I could link out to a blog post that we have about 3 of the top service providers and say, if you want someone to set it up for you, here are some people that I recommend. And then I could even, certainly have my free trial mentioned in there for people who aren't even set up, that are subscribers but don't have accounts yet. And then mention maybe one of our paid plans that we have, like our lifetime plan. So definitely weave those into your blog posts so that people are able to be reading, and then they're like, oh, okay, this is helpful for me. Let me go ahead and buy that thing. But even if you just have your blog post in your MemberVault and you have your announcement bar turned on like we do, so let me show you the preview on this. We have an announcement bar up here that says, say goodbye to recurring costs with our newest lifetime plan, the 5-product lifetime, and then it clicks over to the information sales page for the lifetime plan. So definitely use things like that, like the announcement bar, which is super easy to set up. You just go to your appearance inside of your MemberVault and go to announcement bar. And so those are the kinds of things that can really amplify your binge and buy experience for people. So they land on your site for the thing that they're clicking through on, which in this case is the click to vote. But then they start, oh, okay, here's some blog posts that I can read about the thing that I'm interested in. Oh, look at this announcement bar that's about something that would help me move forward, right? And so they kind of fall into your content ecosystem and see the different ways that they can work with you and get support from you. So that is super, super successful. Highly recommend doing that. And this is the click to vote page template that you can use to save yourself time. I highly recommend that you do this in your next email that you send, because not only is it getting people into your binge and buy ecosystem, but it's also going to improve your deliverability for your email, because when people click, it is showing both their individual email tool, so Gmail or whatever, that they really like you as a sender. They're engaging with your emails, but it also is better for your overall deliverability in terms of showing that you're a legitimate email sender. So it's going to make, over time, doing things like that, having people reply, having people click, is going to make it more likely that your emails are going to land in people's inboxes. So this is a great strategy for a lot of different reasons. And it's really easy. I know there's a little friction to get started the first time you do it. Once you've done it once or twice, you're going to love doing it every time, because it makes you feel so much more connected to your subscribers. So this is one of the easy, fun things that you can do using the MemberVault page template feature.